What's up, YouTube? It's the Console Samurai with Grown Ups Gaming. And last night I saw Captain America Civil War. Now, in this review, I am going to compare it to Batman vs. Superman in a couple of ways because you may not really think the two are comparable. You may not think that's fair. But with the two of them being both huge box office movies and also being superhero versus superhero movies, I kind of think there is a lot that can be shown in it. Plus, both are really good examples of what you can get with a superhero versus superhero movie, the good and the bad. To start off with, the story of Civil War was actually a little different than I was expecting. Not much. Instead of it being about them being responsible themselves and revealing who they actually were, it really was more just about government oversight. After all the destruction that the Avengers have caused, both as a team and individually, the UN just feels like they basically need to be kept in check. So they come up with something called the Sokovia Accords, which, to make a long story short, basically say you can only go out when the UN approves it, and you cannot go out under any other circumstances. Otherwise, you'll be a criminal, basically. Now, the movie does a very good job of not painting one side, the people who sign the accords versus the people who don't sign the accords. It does a very good job of not painting either side as being inherently bad. It does show the consequences of the people who did sign it, the people who didn't sign it. They do a very good job. Unlike in Batman versus Superman, where we're supposed to look at Batman and Superman and see two kind of opposing ideals, but really, Superman was the one who was right. You know, based just in the movie. In the movie itself, they do kind of make Batman seem like he is the one who needs to be put in check more than Superman does. And I feel like that was something that Marvel did very well. They did a very good job not really favoring one or the other. By the end, you do see which side was wrong and which side was right. But it's not quite as clear-cut. It is really just, this is what happened. These are the consequences. It's kind of obvious who's who. Which side was wrong for the choices that were made. Obviously, one of the biggest things that people look for in a movie like this is the new characters that are added. And in Civil War, excuse me, we had 3 new characters added to the greater Marvel universe. We had Ant-Man, who, while he had his own movie, is now in with the Avengers. And we introduced both Spider-Man and Black Panther, King T'Challa. Spider-Man, I think they did a better job than I was expecting. I was afraid Spider-Man was just going to be some cameo, or they weren't really going to explain how he showed up. But they do. They explain how he showed up, and he does contribute to the events of the story, and they do a good job. Not the same way as he did in the comic books, but he does contribute, and he does a very good job of it. Now, to be fair, I'm not completely sold on this new kid who's playing Spider-Man, and I'm not completely sold that Marvel is going to knock it out of the park. But based on what I saw last night, I do think, yeah, there's a good chance that Marvel will be able to do Spider-Man better than, I believe it's Sony who has it. Yeah, Sony. And as far as Black Panther, he is a great asset to the team he's on, and he's actually a really good character. He's really good. The actor they chose to play him did a really good job. I was actually really impressed with Black Panther. But if you compare that to Batman vs. Superman, it did feel like the additional characters, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Flash, and I'm sorry if you haven't seen it yet, Doomsday, all were kind of filler. It seemed like they were trying to make this whole new world of Justice League and try to force it into another movie using Batman and Superman kind of as the vehicle for it. It didn't feel like any of those other characters actually needed to be in it. Whereas Spider-Man, Ant-Man, and Black Panther all contribute very heavily to the story and to the conflict. So I think that is one major difference between them. And the two, and it really does show when you cram a lot of people in, you get a movie like Batman vs. Superman, which is incredibly divisive, and a lot of people weren't really impressed with it. And then you get a movie like Civil War, which so far I have seen nobody complaining about it, other than a couple plot holes here and there, which I do agree with. There were a few, but they did a very good job. And if you are a Captain America or Iron Man fan, or if you're just generally a Marvel Cinematic Universe fan, definitely go check this one out. This one was just as good as any other of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. better than a few of them. I was not a huge fan of the first Captain America movie, but Civil War is a great movie. So if you are a Marvel superhero fan, definitely go check it out. It was really good. But if you have seen it, and what did you think? If you have seen the movie, did you think it was good? Were you disappointed? Did it exceed your expectations? Are you looking forward to the Black Panther and Spider-Man movies? Either way, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Once again, I'm the Console Samurai, and I'll see you around.